Our next guest is a religious figure of sorts. He is a reverend. Please welcome the Reverend T.P. Stain.
All right, how y'all doing today? You feeling good?
I feel good. I don't want to speak for the rest of you. Eden, how are you feeling?
I feel great. I'm feeling great. I feel really great now that I have a driver and have what seems to be a man with great energy.
Oh, I always have great energy, sister, because it's not just the life of Jesus inside of me. It's the life of fresh juice that's inside of me, sister. You know what I'm talking about?
Juice or juice?
Juice. I'm talking about juice. I'm not talking about the Jews of ancient time. I'm talking about the organic juice of this time,
Cold press, right?
Cold press juice, freshly, all right?
I personally don't know what you're talking about.
See, what I found in my ministry is that it is not about the scripture more than it's about what is inside of your bowels, all right? And what I found is fresh juice, apples, beets, carrots, freshly ground and processed without the fiber, just the pure cellulose that you need, creates bliss. It creates clarity. It creates a beautiful moment of actual spirituality.
Yeah. Okay, let me stop you right here for 1 second. You're saying most religions are about what is in your heart or what is in your thoughts or your deeds, your actions. Are you singing a hymn?
I'm just receiving what you're saying because you're preaching right now.
Oh,
you think you're not preaching, but you're saying something serious.
I am. Well, I guess anytime anyone says anything serious, it's preaching. Okay. Well, in any case, what you're trying to say is that whatever is in your bowels is what's important?
It's all about the digestive system. See, that's where the devil gonna get you. The devil gonna stop you up from doing good deeds by stopping up your digestive system. That's what I found. Because when I was younger and when I was eating the hard cheese, I was eating a lot of hard cheese. I was drinking a lot of milk. I was stopped up and I was robbing banks. I was beating children.
Beating children?
It was the dairy that caused that?
It was the digestive system. I was being blocked up with sin. Until I found an Australian man who taught me about juicing and juice cleanses. And as soon as I got that apple, beet, carrot, ginger juice moving through my system, I started shitting 3 times a day. I started seeing life for what it should be.
Okay.
Good deeds.
Unblocked, unlocked.
Unblocked and unlocked. That's right now. We have goodness all locked up inside of us. But you know what? We need the juice to set it free.
So you don't need anything other than juice? Or
Juice all day, every day. I don't touch the devil's food. I don't touch anything solid. Everything is liquid where I come from.
Where you come from?
I come from Malabasta, Alabama.
I see. Whose children were you beating?
I was beating random children who were just getting away when I was trying to get to work on time. They were crossing the street at such a slow pace.
Why not take a route that maybe avoids the elementary school that you seem to be encountering all the time?
Something about elementary schools makes me smile. It's about the plays.
It makes you smile?
Well,
you're beating the children.
It's the sounds of the kids that make me smile, but whenever they get in my way, then I got to hit them.
I feel the same way. I was at Disneyland the other day.
Oh, the mouse house?
All I could do not to these kids are running around, just wanted to sweep them out of there.
Sweep them?
Just
Why
knock
did you
them out.
go to Disneyland?
I had to.
You had to? Why?
I had to. I was accompanying somebody.
Oh, you drove someone?
Jennifer Lawrence wanted to go.
Jennifer Lawrence? She's a big star. From Joy?
Yep, she loves eating solid foods, I'll tell you that much.
Really?
See, that's the problem. Jennifer Lawrence, she been doing the bad deeds because she loves the solid food, all right? I tell you what, if she had a good juice cleanse on her, she wouldn't have got the phone hacked. Tell you what, straight up.
Wait, what bad deeds? Okay, this is like slut shaming at this point.
Well, I'm not saying her showing her titties everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's bad
It was a private photo.
I said that was a deed. I don't have any type of thing against that deed. I'm just saying she would have not got hacked if she would have had a good juice cleanse.
Okay, I don't know about this. This correlation between juice and religion is tenuous at best. I
tell you what, I will make a confession right now.
Okay.
I have thousands of dick pics flying somewhere in the ethers of the internet. I don't know where they are. Up in the cloud somewhere. They have not been accessed because of my diet.
You're talking about penis photos.
Penis photos, sir.
Of your own penis?
Of my own penis.
Any other penises in there?
A few other penises from people I have things against that are trying to take down my congregation, okay? You got a
blackmail dick pics?
Blackmail dick pics. Well, this is a blackmail dick pic. That's just mine. The others are not blackmails, but they are used for blackmail purposes.
Okay, so people of other races are trying to shut down your congregation.
They're trying to shut down my congregation, but see, I got the juice on my side, you see? They cannot find a weakness because I am cleansing myself and acting on a higher level.
Okay.
What about O.J. Simpson? Wasn't he called the Juice?
That's
He was
a great
called
point.
the Juice. And you know what? The problem was he was a false prophet. You see, he was called the Juice, but he did not juice. You see, he loved to eat apple pie. He loved to eat chitlins on a Sunday morning. He loved macaroni and cheese.
I never took OJ for a chitlins guy.
Oh, he was a big chitlins guy. That's how he got his 440 back when he was in college. Chitlins. Chitlins go straight to your quads. Strong quads make fast 40 times. Everybody knows that about chitlins.
I had no idea, but do you have a congregation? You say
I have a congregation, the Baptist Church for the Gospel of Juice Cleansing. You see, and what we do is we take the scripture and we go bypass all of the lies in the scripture. You see, Jesus Christ, JC, juice cleanse. That is not a coincidence.
Okay.
You see, they have been lost in translation. People didn't know that Jesus used to juice.
He did.
Jesus had a juicer. Well, I mean,
he turned water into wine.
You see, here's what the problem was. What wine was, it wasn't a miracle. You see, he just had a juicer in his little hut. In his little Middle
So he
East.
got some grapes. And he
got some grapes. And you know, a lot of people don't know this. But the ancient translation for wine, if you look back through the Aramaic translation, it actually means wheatgrass shot.
You're kidding me.
Okay, I don't know about this.
They turned water into a wheatgrass shot, and that's where the juicer came in.
This is true. There's actually a section of Leviticus chapter 4, verse 16 that says, "He who flows through the eye of the storm into the water of the wine shall end in the place where the God's eye shines in the mountain of fire."
And you know what he meant when he said God's eyes? He meant the butthole. The butthole.
The butthole.
100% no uncertain terms is God's eye mean the anus of man.
The anus of man. You see, because when we let go of sin from our butthole, we are free. Diarrhea is just an exorcism of demons, okay? Shit is sin
I would agree with
leaving
that.
the body.
I guess, it's waste, certainly. It's a form of gluttony of you're eating more than you need. So
Elizabeth Kubler-Ross actually talked about this.
Really?
Who's
that?
She's a famous writer who wrote about death and dying.
Oh, yeah, she did the 5-stage, right?
And she talks about how every time you make feces, a.k.a. take a shit, or poop,
Sure, we know what it is. You don't need to AKA it.
Every time you do poo-poo, every time
All right.
you got a brown exit.
Keep on going.
hot
Keep on
exit,
going.
Any type of a fecundity that exits from the anal zone of the body.
This man is speaking in tongues. He's feeling the spirit. I need more synonyms.
When that shit poo-poo comes flying out in a stinky brown ray,
Okay.
you're viewing your own mortality.
It's what we all become, I guess.
Y'all, to shit you were born and to shit you shall
I
return.
don't know that we were
Shall
born
return.
in shit. I guess it is kind of not possible to not shit while you're giving birth.
There's
You gotta.
why is birth seen as the most beautiful moment of a woman's life, giving birth?
How many women have you been there for while they give birth?
I've been there for 5 women.
5 women. And who are
One of
these
them
women?
was my wife.
Okay.
The other 2 I had no relation to. I just wanted to see the process and get new congregation and grow my flock.
Okay, so you just went into a hospital and while a woman was giving birth?
Most of my congregation are recently pregnant women, yes.
That's the best kind of thing to have.
I feel like they are the most receptive to the word of juice cleansing because they want to drop that weight. And see, in their mind, they want to drop the weight. In my mind, I'm thinking you want to drop the sin. Okay, the sin
It's not
is
a
what you're trying to let
sin to
go
be
of.
fat
But
either.
it is a sin to have waste collected up in your gastrointestinal tract.
John Wayne.
John
What
Wayne.
about John Wayne?
John Wayne, I was there. I saw John Wayne die.
You saw him die?
I was there in the room.
What? How did he die again?
He had a shit baby in his colon.
Okay.
He had a baby. Made of feces.
Made of
And he
feces.
couldn't get it out. He was 45 pounds of fecunded, compacted matter in there.
I don't know about this.
It was.
And what were you doing there?
I was a good family friend.
Okay, you weren't a driver to him? You were just a family friend?
Family friend. They wanted me to be there to witness it.
Okay.
That's the thing. They want you to witness that. All back in the day, up in the middle central Squaw Valley there, they wanted you to witness death to make sure see that spirit leave. And a lot of times that spirit, like you're saying, it's in the form of something nasty.
And I tell you what, most of the time, they probably have a reverend or a preacher there reading scripture on their time before they pass away. See, that's malpractice. That's spiritual malpractice. You should have got a little Brussels juicer. You put parsley in it. You put a little ginger in it. And you put a little yams in it. And you make that into a nice juice. You give it to that person. That would have cleared it right up. Wouldn't have died.
Can I ask you a question, Reverend? Do you own a juice store?
Well, I have recently come into a property that I have leased that is a juice store.
Come into a property you've leased. You leased a property.
I leased a property. I like using terms that make me feel a little more
Elevated?
Righteous.
Righteous, exactly.
Eloquative.
Eloquative.
Yeah.
Like my man Digger Troy said, eloquative. Now, I have come into a store. It is a juice store, but it's mainly to gather my flock, as I say, to grow, to preach the word of clean living through juicing.
And how much do you sell these for?
35, 8 ounces.
$35 for 8 ounces?
8 ounces.
That's a little much.
Because
for
it is
juice.
not just your physicalness that I am trying to help. It is your spiritualness that I can help.
Okay.
One shot of juice, you on a different path.
How is that 35? What about cash on the barrelhead? How much is it going to cost you there?
Cash on the barrel, and let me tell you about that. It's going to run you about $3,000 a barrel.
I'm talking about the expression "cash on the barrelhead." It means
we don't know what that
you
expression.
never heard "cash on the barrelhead"?
What is that, young brother?
Cash on the barrelhead's an old farm expression. It means money as you see it as it stands. So I say, you got a car out there? How much you want for it? You tell me $4,000. I say, how about cash on the barrelhead? I mean, what I got right now. I got $2,500 on me right now.
You got $2,500?
I'm just talking
on you right now.
I don't got $2,500.
How much money do you have? You don't use cash?
I'm Bitcoin only.
You're a Bitcoin guy. I wouldn't take you for a Bitcoin guy.
Well, we do accept Bitcoin here too now.
But aren't Bitcoins like about $200? Like, it's hard to break those down into smaller
Bitcoins are all sort of different things. It is hard to produce cash on the barrelhead when you got Bitcoin.
Yeah. Look, guys, we need to take a break. Okay. I'm honestly, Reverend, I'm concerned for you. I think this is an insane point of view.
Well, listen.
And Eden, I have to say, I'm a little concerned for you, too.
Because I'm totally buying into all this?
You are, yeah. I mean, I've just seen you. You're just nodding your head up and down since the moment he started talking.
I'm a Jew, and so this is very informative. I didn't know any of this stuff.
Listen, Eden, if you want to get baptized with a fresh juice, I have one waiting in the fridge. Fresh beets.
I would love it. Could I have it for free, though? For the first one?
Well, even God said walking through the kingdom of heaven is never free.
I don't think God said that. Look, you guys can maybe get baptized during the break. We need to take a break. We'll be right back with more Eden Share, more Dicker Troy, and the Reverend T.P. Stain. We'll be right back. Comedy Bang Bang, we're back here with Eden Share of the Middle and also Dicker Troy, driver to the stars.
Good to be back here, yep. I dropped off Johnny Pemberton here. But he left.
Yeah, how does that work? You're his driver.
Well, he asked me to step in for him because we know each other quite well.
So you're switching jobs almost. Did he drive off with your car?
He's probably out puttering around the parking lot looking for pennies.
Is that what he tends to do?
Yep.
How are you going to get home?
I'll drive him and then drop myself off back at Ding Dong.
Oh, right, because he's outside looking for pennies.
Yeah, he's outside looking for pennies.
Also, the Reverend T.P. Stain is here.
Well... All right now. Well, if he's looking for pennies, he can collect enough of them, maybe 3,500 of them, and come on down to the congregation and buy himself a fresh juice to get his life back on track.
Eden, did you get baptized during the break?
Yeah, I feel great. Yeah. I feel kind of sticky because I got juice all over me.
It looks like something out of the movie Carrie or something because you have just beet red, literally, just stains all over your body.
Yeah, I feel like I'm.
And you're wearing like a dress like she wore too. Which
he put it on me. I was like, this is how it goes.
We got to go all the way. We can't take no half stepping. All right, like James Brown said, ain't no half stepping.
He said that?
He did say that.
When did he say that?
Well, he didn't say that.
Back in 1963.
During a song or just in his life?
You know what? He was a man known to live his song through his life. So a lot of stuff in song, he also perpetrated in his life.
Did he once get on a good foot?
He did get on a good foot.
Well, he acquired that good foot in a brand new bag from his papa. That's what I've always heard.
Interesting. Interesting. The things you learn, I tell you.
Every day.
Well, guys, we have time for one of our favorite features on the show that we haven't played in a long time, but it's time for a little something called Would You Rather?
Ooh.
What is this, Stravinsky?
Shut up.
Is it
Shut up.
Shostakovich?
Shut up. All right, it's time to play Would You Rather. We all know how this is played. People send us Would You Rather scenarios to our Twitter, which is at CBBWYR, which stands for Comedy Bang Bang. Would You Rather? I will read the scenario aloud from one of our lucky donors, and I will then open the floor for questions. Please don't ask questions before I open the floor. All right? It's not, I'll have to dock you points. It's not the way the game is played.
We get points?
Yeah.
Don't ask or don't answer.
Well, I mean, feel free to answer any questions you like.
Okay.
I may ask some questions of you, but because I'm not playing the game. But you, as a participant, please do not ask questions before the floor is
Don't ask
open.
questions
Correct.
until
The
thing.
floor is open.
Yeah, exactly. Now, once I open the floor for questions, please feel free to ask me anything about either scenario in order to help narrow down your choice. I know all of the different variations of what could happen in all of these realities, so feel free to ask me anything. At a certain point, I will close the floor for questions. There will be no warning. All right? I just want to warn you about there's not going to be any warning about when
That sounds like a warning to me.
Yeah, that sounds like a
I don't think so, Reverend T.P. Stain.
Why did you use my name in that sort of tone in your voice?
Because I'm irritated with you.
Well, you know
What
what?
about-
That's because you got the devil inside your GI tract and you need to clear it out.
Don't
He's
talk
irritated
that way
with
to
me.
my new Reverend.
Thank you for having my back.
Well,
We will then collect your votes of how you or which scenario you want to go through.
rather.
We'll tally up the points and then we'll declare the winner. So that's pretty clear, right?
I'm excited and scared.
All right, here we go. This comes to us from our good friend Jordan Maywood. Jordan Maywood on Twitter. He asks, would you rather only rich people can get STDs or all of your pant zippers are sentient with 80s TV show personalities and you smell fear if tired? Okay, so would you rather only rich people can get STDs or all of your pant zippers are sentient with 80s TV show personalities and you smell fear if tired?
Is the floor open?
I'm raising my hand.
Yes.
What is the definition of rich in this
Okay,
world?
now the floor is not open, so I'm not sure why you're asking questions, Sticker. I was very clear about the fact that you're not supposed to ask questions.
You said you can ask questions.
You can answer questions. is what
Oh, okay, got it. Never mind. Yes.
you realize what has to happen here. I have to dock you points.
You take away everything I got. Flush it down the toilet.
Well, everyone started with 25 points, so I'm
Okay.
going to dock you 25 points. So you're at 0 now. Eden, you're at 25, and the Reverend T.P. Stain, the Honorable Reverend.
Honorable Reverend, do
Is
not
it TP?
forget that.
I like starting at 0. Just gonna put that on the record. I like that.
You like that?
Hey,
Okay.
we all
Very
started
good.
at 0. Jesus started at 0.
Then he got up to 33, and
Got
then
up
he
to
was done.
33, and then you know what? He was out of here.
I heard it was 35, actually.
Oh, really? They lie about. He liked to lie about his age and say he was younger than he was.
It's true.
But just by 2 years.
He's like, "Does this beard make me look fat?"
I look good on it.
I've opened the floor.
Okay. Oh. I have the exact same question as.
I didn't hear his question because the floor wasn't open.
So true. What constitutes rich?
What constitutes rich?
Yes.
Well, I mean, how much money do you have? You've been on a TV show for 8 years, 8 seasons right now. How much money do you make per episode?
Well, how much money do I make or how much money do I have?
Both. How much money do you make per episode right now? Assuming you got 5% bumps for the first, 5 years, and then you renegotiated, probably?
That's literally what happened.
Right. So it's a hit show. You're probably in the, 30,000, 35,000 per episode, somewhere in there?
So, yeah, maybe like depends on the episode, depends how good I am. So
really? They do it by how good you are? Okay, this
Quality.
is a different system than
That is
I'm used to.
Luckily,
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, well, you're not on the other side of it.
Yeah, I would not have been comfortable with that on my show because I don't think I would have ever gotten a paycheck.
I didn't think either, but they're like, you're doing amazing. So but the days that I come in and I'm kind of a dick, I get like, I don't know, 500, and then the other ones I get like 200,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I've made probably like, I don't know, $10 million.
$10 million somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Okay, and how much do you have in the bank?
Like 85?
$85 million?
No, just dollars.
Just dollars?
I made
What do you spend your money on?
food. Like a lot of food.
You're spending a lot
All
of
right,
money
see
on
now
food.
this
I
is where
know.
I come in. You're spending too much on solid food.
But what about like I buy food for like other people and also like my animals, like my dog.
How many animals
Your
do you have?
animals. Do you want your animals to walk into heaven with you?
Well, I guess now.
Then you got to get the kibbles and bits out of the bowl and put fresh juice in there. You want your friends to be walking in heaven with you? Then you get the little cheeseburgers out of their hands and you get the fresh juice into their palms.
Except for cattle.
Well-
Cattle don't like juice.
I feel like I'd have less money though because the juice costs so much.
Here's what I'm trying to let you know, though. If you follow my congregation, you can learn to juice for yourself. Teach a person how to juice. They will be spiritual for the rest of their lives.
What about soup?
Soup, now don't you get me started on soup. Soup is the devil's liquid. Soup
Why?
has no nutrients.
Soup? What? Of
It
course
is
it does.
hot. I don't believe in hot drinks. I don't believe in anything hot going in your body.
Coffee.
Coffee, don't.
Tea.
Tea.
What about a hot beef injection?
a hot beef injection? Well, sometimes you need that if you want to get that extra edge in the Olympics.
HBI.
All right. So I think, roughly, I would say Rich is.
She's rich.
Yeah, you're rich. I would say like, if you just staff up on a TV show, like a lot of people complain about, oh, I don't have money to pay my rent or whatever. It's like, just staff up on a TV show, just take a staff writing job. Anyway, I would say the salary of that, I think, WGA minimum is like somewhere in the $3,900 a week or somewhere in there. So multiply that by, you're probably working 26 weeks on a show. So, somewhere in the, I don't know, I would say the cutoff is, let's just say $200,000.
That's minimum.
A year. Minimum $200,000.
Okay.
Yeah, that's rich.
So it does go by how much you're making.
Yes.
What did you think it went by?
Well, I thought it might. I had a chance that it might have just been how much money you have in your bank account.
Oh, no, it's how much you make, not how much you spend.
I'd get so many STDs.
Yeah. You'd have so many STDs, and the bad ones, too.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question about this.
Yes, the Honorable Reverend.
Thank you very much. Now, when you say rich people only get STDs,
Only rich people
only rich people.
can get STDs. I'm not saying that rich people only get STDs, as they would have to get other things in their life.
All right.
Like, love and affection and food and,
Don't talk about food now. You're getting me hot.
Love is the original STD.
well,
what
it
it is.
certainly predates STDs in a lot of cases.
The original.
So you say can get STDs. Does that mean they have to get STDs in the sense that if a rich person were abstinent, would
That's a
they get an
great
STD?
Well, here's the thing. Rich people, they only like to have sex with rich people. We all know that. Like, if a rich person had sex with a poor person, they wouldn't get STDs because poor people can't get STDs, right? But rich people, they love having sex with other rich people.
Yeah.
It's a truism as old as time.
It's why Ray Fiennes won't sleep with me.
By the way, are you interested in Ray Fiennes? Are you?
Yes, I find him to be beautiful beyond all comparison.
Are you? And that's the way you swing. Are you bisexual or are you?
I find women interesting, but in terms of companionship, I would prefer to be carried out of the woods by a man.
Okay, that's your thing.
Yeah, that's my thing. That's my
Okay.
bag. I'm in it.
So yes, rich people, they only have sex with other rich people, if that's what you're asking. Yes.
All right.
Well, are we allowed to all give a sort of like a utopian reality? Like I would go with the only rich people scenario because then it would force rich people to commingle with poor people.
They wouldn't, though. They just wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, you're a rich person. What do you have to talk about with a poor person?
Nothing.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you're struggling to make rent you don't own. It's like at that point, it's like we're from two different
I never
universes.
know what to say, and so I just buy them food, and then I become.
You're a kinder person than I.
Yeah, except now I have no money, so I'm rethinking.
I can't believe there's no questions about the other scenario.
I'm about to ask about the zipper.
Yes, Dicker.
So this sentient zipper, does that mean it's going to... Okay, it can talk?
Obviously. I mean, unless it's a mute 80s TV show personality. I don't remember any mutes on TV in the 80s. It is sentient, meaning it's not just a talking zipper of a recording of these things. It literally has a mind. Yeah, alive, has a mind of its own.
Can it move on its own accord?
It can and it does, yes. Up and down, though, only vertically.
Up and down.
Yeah.
And these pants, I would assume you have to wear these pants.
You have to wear these pants because in this scenario, you are a Michael Jackson impersonator from the bad era. So you have zippers all over your pants as well. Mm-hmm. So a lot of zippers on your pants.
I have an answer. But.
And every did I miss it? Every zipper is sentient, or
yes, every single one.
Are they related? Do they have conversations on their own?
It depends on what show they're from. So if you have the Keaton clan from Family Ties all on there, you were talking Alex P, Mallory, etc., Tina. Oh, wait, I think Tina wasn't her actual character name. It's Tina Yothers, though. Then, of course, they're all going to be together, and they're going to have a lot to talk about.
So they have all, do any have, new, original personalities, or are they all, characters?
Eden, it's simply right there in the question.
Why would that even matter? It sounds like a hell beyond all imagination already, let alone multiple personalities. I can't think of a... I mean, you know my answer already.
Please don't vote early because I'm going to have to dock you even more points.
I'm not. I just said it from what I said that maybe you can insinuate which way I'm leaning.
Okay, I would hate to do that because if I were to insinuate which way you're leaning, I would have to dock you points.
Scott, don't insinuate.
Okay, thank you. I will not.
Elevate.
All right, now, hey, this brother's feeling it. You should be a preacher now.
I've done my share of time on the rock.
Really? You have? Where have you preached?
I used to be a shepherd.
Oh.
Yep. Used to guide sheep up in the Squaw Valley there. Heard of about 78.
About 78?
About 78.
It would fluctuate, or just you never counted past 78?
Never counted past 78. Once you get that, you're golden. It's like once you start that hedge fund, you're good.
Okay, I see. Yes. And also, the other part of that scenario, you smell fear if tired.
I already smell fear when I'm tired.
Really?
I really do.
So, after, about 8:30 or 9?
8:30 or 9, after watching one of these wonderful programs, I start smelling all the deep fears I have in life. I start smelling things like maybe someone's going to break and enter in my house. I start smelling things like maybe I'm not good enough.
I think you're smelling the shit that you're constantly shitting from.
Well, that's how fear leaves the body.
It does.
The shit is the fear leaving your body into the toilet, into the sewer. That's why all the fish in the sea are always shaking. Because
they have to eat everyone's shit that gets dumped in the shit. I don't know.
I've never seen a shaking fish.
I always see shaking fish.
I don't.
Okay, well, you're two different people, so I believe you both.
Atlantic Ocean.
Pacific Ocean.
There you go.
Okay, well, let's agree to disagree on that one.
Never the twain shall meet.
All right, I've closed the floor for questions. All right, no more questions. Let's vote. Let's turn to the Reverend T.P. Stain. How are you voting?
All right, well, let me preface this. As you all know from my congregation and from my juice business, I am a rich man. So
I didn't know that, but okay.
Well, yes,
I would assume you're very poor, as you sound literally insane.
Well, a lot of people love what I have to offer.
I don't think that's true.
Just because your backsliding ways
a lot of newly pregnant women and by the way, newly pregnant, and they're already in the operating room?
Already. Newly pregnant.
I know what he means. Don't mince his words.
He's insinuating again, isn't he?
Insinuate, not, whatever.
Now, I will have to go with, I would rather only rich people can get STDs.
Okay, why is that?
Because I believe that I can have my way, my pleasure as I do, without getting an STD. Has the finger ever gotten an STD?
You can get a wart on there.
Some sort of herpes wart.
I live with herpes wart on a finger any day just because I'm rich.
Wait, you only finger people?
I only finger people. I don't like putting the devil's penis into anybody.
Wait, do you have the devil's penis, or are all penises?
I believe all penises are the devil.
Okay.
That's why you have a cloud full of pictures.
Exactly.
But doesn't drinking all that juice make, pee come out of that thing?
It makes some pee come out of it, but that's why the devil is sick.
And by the way, why are you taking so many dick pics?
You know what? Because I'm trying to get evidence against the devil. I'm trying to get a case against the devil.
I don't know.
I need Exhibit A, Exhibit B. I need locations.
Okay, wait, you have location tagging on these?
Location taggings on the penis.
All right, I don't know.
The devil is a wicked snake. If you don't lock him down, he's going to break out that paper bag that the Lord has put him in.
Okay. I think you guys now are getting along.
Amen.
You're disagreeing about the shaky fish not moments ago.
Well, there's just different oceans.
Yeah, that's all true. It was.
Never the twain shall meet.
All right, Eden, how are you voting here?
It's so clear. It is the sentient zippers.
Sentient zippers.
100%.
Okay, and why is that? Because you don't want an STD.
Because I don't want an STD.
You're in season 8.
Yes.
The money you're making?
Yeah, I'm not. I could have sex with so many people.
By the way, you started when you were 17. Did all that money get put in a trust for, that you couldn't access?
No.
Or were you emancipated?
Yes, I was. I was.
Okay, good. Because you want to. I mean, when you're making that kind of money, you want to control it. Definitely. I mean, sure, you can have business managers if you trust them, but
I don't trust them.
I don't trust him either.
You don't trust. Okay, yeah, you want to keep it yourself. So.
I did, and that's why I'm thinking of maybe getting one because I don't have any money left. But it doesn't matter. I'm making still a ton of money.
Yeah.
So
you
also, I mean, because I wouldn't be able to. I want to be able to have sex with as many people as possible.
Sure.
And I think.
And do you do that now in your own personal life?
Well, I mean, a little, but now I have this new religion and I can only finger people. So.
Oh, wait. So everyone in your religion can only finger people?
We only finger. That's why we get the newly pregnant, because once they're pregnant, they say no more.
Okay.
Only fingering.
So wait, but are you.
Or artificial insemination. We do okay that. That is something that we do.
Okay. Are you into guys or girls or both or?
We'll see.
Okay, but
Maybe
because
guys can be fingered.
I know, but not. I mean, it's not pleasant for them the way it is for a woman.
Well, Scott, you obviously have lived a very thin, narrow life.
Okay.
I would beg to agree with the Reverend.
Okay, well, you don't have to beg.
Well,
you're down on your hands and knees, please. It's not that important of an issue.
It's a comfortable place to be for a humble man.
That's right. All right. So we have a vote over here for the.
Also, it just seems like fun. I feel like I get lonely.
Sure.
Also, I'm always tired. I would love to smell fear.
Okay, great. All right. Now let's turn over here to Dicker. How are you voting? I mean, I have no clue as to how you're going to vote.
Understand. Well, seeing as this whole zipper scenario seems like hell God couldn't invent on the 10th day of existence, I'm going to go with the STDs for those who probably have them already got them anyways.
Mm-hmm. And now, but you're making a union salary. I mean, a union driver.
That's true.
That's a good amount of money.
It's how
much money do you make every year?
Not going to talk about it.
Why not?
Because it's between me and the man who pays me.
Well, I mean,
who's a woman.
Well, wait. So a woman pays you?
Sally.
Yep. Who's Sally?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would. I asked you the question.
Sally Corporation. That's the name of the corporation that pays Teamsters. Sally Corporation, SALLY.
Okay.
Seriously, always lacking litigation anyway.
Okay. All right. So you're voting for the STDs.
The STDs, sexually transmitted diseases.
All right. So we have 2 votes for the STDs and we have 1 vote for the zippers. Let's tally up the points. Well, let's see. Dicker and the Reverend T.P. Stain, you both voted for the STD, so you cancel each other out. So, Eden, you voted for the zipper. You get 1 point. So at 26 points to 25-0, you are the winner.
Oh.
Congratulations. That's how we play Would You Rather. Shut up.
But this.
Shut. Stop talking.
She'll get Shazam.
Stop. Shazam it if you have to. Just stop talking. Don't activate Siri to Shazam, okay?
Siri.
No, don't. Just push the Shazam button if you
Siri,
have.
what song is this?
All right, that's how we play Would You Rather. Great game, competitive too. That was you guys were neck and neck for the majority of that, and I have to say that Dicker, you were bringing up the rear, and never really was in the game.
I live in a realm outside the realm of the competition.
I agree with that. All right, well, we only have time for one last feature on the show, and that's a little something called Plugs.
It's fucking small time Napoleon with that handsome hot saucer man. He's coming to you live at least once upon a time. Tell us about your plugs, your Instagram, your Facebook love. We need to know what you are tweeting, where to creep you on the weekends. Oh God, the pressure's building. I just can't take it no more. I'm about to cream my jeans. Oh, won't you tell us about your plugs?
Very nice. That was Tell Us About Your Saucerman by Small Time Napoleon. Thank you so much for that. I don't care for the cream your jeans part of it necessarily, because if you're honestly, if you're going to have an orgasm, take your jeans off.
Some people achieve an orgasm because of the interaction between the gene and the sex organ.
Okay, are you one of those types of people?
1,000%.
Okay, that's, 10 times more than 100%.
You got it.
Mm-hmm. All right, what do we plug in here? Let's turn to Eden, of course. Your book, Emotionary, is in stores now.
It is. You can get it, at all the good bookstores and Amazon.
What's the list price on this?
It is
MSRP.
$19.95. I think $25.95 in Canada.
What's up with that?
I have no
Why charge
idea.
Canadians more?
They're too educated. They're trying to discourage knowledge.
That I argued for it to make it equal, and they were like, they're too smart.
Parody. And the middle is on Tuesday nights at 8.
Tuesdays at 8 on ABC. And I think that's it. I also have a cartoon on Disney Channel called Star vs. the Forces of Evil.
We don't want to talk about that. Let's move over to Dick or Troy. Now, Johnny Pemberton was here, and he would have plugged Son of Zorn.
Yeah, I've been tasked to take care of the plugs that he wished to send along.
So you're prepared for this?
Yeah, I got it all locked up in the locker, ready to unlock.
Well, let's unlock that.
Son of Zorn, Sundays, 8, 7:30, 7:30 Central.
Okay, you already have messed it up.
8:30 Central.
8:30, 7:30 Central.
7:30 Central.
Okay.
On Fox television show, wherever you get it on, what number it is. HD and available if you got those digital rabbit ears. That's still around, digital rabbit ears?
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, digital is how mainly people, go through television now.
When it looks good, it looks good. You can check that out. I'm a frequent guest on his new podcast called Live to Tape.
Live to Tape.
Live to Tape.
Where can people get this?
They can get it on the Feral Audio Network, also on iTunes. Primarily, you're going to be using iTunes, I think. Stitcher, all sort of distribution methods. They haven't broken up those yet like they did to Daryl Zanuck, but they'll get around to it.
Live to Tape.
Live to Tape. And you can see him live. Check out his Twitter feed. You just use a Google. If you can't figure it out, God help you. Right. Maybe you don't need to know.
Hey, why not? Hey, speaking of God, let's turn to the Reverend. What are you plugging?
All right, well, now I am doing free baptisms outside of every Whole Foods within the greater Los Angeles area.
Do you have to buy the juice?
You have to buy the juice.
This
now,
isn't free.
The actual service is free, but the actual thing you need for the service is not free.
Okay.
All right, so get your fresh juice cleanse there so you can now walk with the Lord in every footstep and have a clean gastrointestinal tract.
Any other plugs? Is that it? Or
that's all I got going on.
All right. Let's see. I want to plug, obviously, the Comedy Bang Bang TV show comes back on October 28th to IFC. We're airing 2 episodes a night for 5 weeks, our final 10 episodes ever. We have, of course, on the 28th, we have Kaylee Cuoco. Now, speaking of making money in its 10th season.
You know what I mean?
I wish.
She'd be getting those STDs.
She'd have all the STDs.
I should have brought that up to her.
I got a theory about Big Bang, and I'll tell you about.
Oh, I would love to hear it.
You get STDs from big banging.
Okay. It's yeah.
You get
it's
it?
Not that great. I get it, but it's
Yeah.
okay. Kaylee Cuoco and Gillian Jacobs on the 28th. On IFC, that's at 11 p.m. and 11:30, and then we're heading towards the series finale on December 2nd, our special 2-part finale. So that's very exciting. And then I also want to talk about I'll be doing our last live Comedy Bang Bang show of the year in Anaheim, California, as part of the Now Hear This Festival on October 28th as well. We'll be doing that. And going to have a big blowout end of the year special. Come on out. You can get 3-day festival passes or 1 day for any day you like. If you just want to come on Friday and see us, then you can get 1-day festival passes as well. But a lot of great podcasts out there. All right, let's close up the old plug bag.
Gonna listen to some plugs. Gonna listen to some plugs. Gonna listen to some plugs. Gonna get my info out. Gonna get my jobs on talked about. Gonna listen to about it. Talk about my job. Some plugs. Gonna listen to some plugs.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Great show today. Eden, continued success to you. Keep raking in all of those Dolores, those Buco Dolores.
Thank you. I hope.
Multitask, to try to get as many revenue streams going as possible. You got the books, obviously, the TV show, anything else that you could sort of diversify into?
You got to invest.
Oh, hey, Johnny.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
You
you're
got
back.
some pennies?
Got a lot of pennies.
I turned my head. Dicker is gone.
Yeah, Dicker's got to put some oil in the truck.
Some oil on the truck?
He puts it on the truck, yeah.
Really? What does that do?
It just keeps it greasy.
Yeah, well, you got to keep it greasy these days.
Keep your skillet and your truck greasy.
Johnny, thank you so much for
It's fun to
being
be
here
here,
for
yeah.
what you were here for.
Yeah, it was
a
fun.
little rude of you to leave, but
Yeah, I had to go make some calls.
yeah, I get it. And the Reverend TP Stain, good luck with whatever you're doing. I think you may be clinically insane or a con artist. I'm not sure which.
Or I might be a visionary. We'll never know until you taste my juice.
It's one of the first two, I'm pretty sure.
All right now.
All right. Thanks, everyone.